Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. Welcome to another time here at the book club. What we got to do in Sunday afternoons. We're presently reading our sixth book in the series, which is The Good Life by Mark Waldinga and Max Robert Waldinga and Max Schutz. The Good Life. That's our sixth book in the series. And we're presently reading in chapter 4. We started chapter 4 last week. There's going to be our second reading into chapter 4. The title of chapter 4 is Social Fitness, Our Ability to Create and Maintain Relationships. That's what it is, to be socially fit. It's like we talk about physical fitness, mental fitness, emotional fitness, spiritual fitness. We're talking about social fitness. Our flexibility, our agility, to be able to our efficacy, in a social setting, such that we can create relationships and we can also we can create and maintain relationships, so we're learning how to be socially fit, how to be able to control our social life. So that's what we're on to. That's what we're doing. So we're gonna go ahead and read the second part in that chapter today. So I typically would do, I'm gonna bring up my slide here. Those on Instagram Live, you won't get to see the slides, there's no provision on Instagram Live to do that. But on Facebook Live and on Facebook Live and on YouTube, you get to see the slides. So let me bring up my slides here and we'll take it from the top. You can see my slide here on Facebook Live and you'll see it on YouTube also. And pretty much it's the book we're on is A Good Life, like I shared earlier on. And those are the two authors that you see there showing, Robert Waldinger and Mark Schultz. Right, and it's a book that captures 85 plus years study, through adult development, just a study of adult development, how to get the best out of adult development, what makes for a proper, life-giving, rewarding, happy, healthy adult life with longevity, and that's all they've studied. And pretty much the conclusion of the book, conclusion of the study, is that it's relationship, having the right and quality relationship, in different areas of our life, having that vibrancy in a social setting would help to make your life healthier, happier, longer. You will get both the width and the length in life, and so that's what we're going to be doing today. And we'll probably have 3 more Sundays or more to go through chapter 4 before we go on to chapter 5. So this is the second part of talking about social fitness today. And what we're going to focus on today is just about taking stock of our relationships, seeing where we are and things that can help us, in being socially fit, things we might need to look at, that would help us in the direction, in the line of being socially fit, as it were, the dumbbells, the weights, the exercise, the exercise that we need to do that would help in our gaining social fitness. And one of that is we nurturing positivity. When we are negative, we would tend not to be poised in the right position, to be socially fit. If for us to be socially fit, it helps that we're positive persons. First of all, then we have something other people want to give them. And we also are able to receive the same from other people. Like attracts like. When we're positive, we attract positive into our life. When we're negative, we attract negativity into our life. Negativity does not make for connection. Positivity does, right? And one of the ways we get being positive in our life, nurturing positivity in our life, is to surround ourselves with individuals, that exude positivity, and bring joy to our life. When we attract ourselves to people that have positivity, that are growth minded, that are positive minded, that are solution minded, it excites us, as it were. It exercises our relationship muscles. There are people that it elevates us and makes us want to relate more. When you relate to people that are negative, it depletes us, and it's almost like we regret ever relating with them. We're not encouraged to relate more. But when we relate with people that are positive, people that feel us, it makes us want to relate more. Whereas if we're exercising our relationship muscles, right, thereby we're getting better and more social fitness. So it helps also to invest time and energy in building and sustaining such relationship, that matter most to us, So we need to, such relationship, but also there are relationships that matter most to us, that they might be negative at this point in time, but because they matter to us, we want to move them from being negative to positivity, and therefore we want to work on those relationships. Obviously, you want to work on relationship with your spouse if you're married. You want to work on relationship with your children if you have children. You want to work on relationship with your parents if you have parents that are still alive. You want to work on relationship with your siblings. You probably want to work on a relationship with your boss and people that work for you. You want to work on relationship with those that you worship with. Those you do things that are important in your life, that you have regarded as important, that you have to meet with them. You want those relationships to be life-giving and not the relationship that depletes you, so that those are some relationship that you need to work on to move them from wherever they are to make them better, right? Make them better. And by making them better, you're working on your relationship muscles. You are becoming more social fit, So another thing, talking about nurturing positivity in our life, is to practice gratitude, right? The more we complaints drain us. Gratitude fills us up, It's like someone once said, there are two ways to look at life. One as a miracle, and maybe and others as just an ordinary occurrence. But if we see everything as a miracle, it fuels us every day. It gives us the desire, the wantingness to live another day. Scripturally, we would say this is a day that the Lord has made. It's not just another day. It's a day that God has made. It's not a day that just came into existence of its own, but it's one that God has made. Therefore, God has packaged goodness in the day for me. You see, when you see your day as one that God has packaged for you, then you can give thanks. You can go out positive, wanting to make the best, have the best of that day, have the best in your relationship, have the best from the people you meet. It's not a day the devil has made. It's not a day that has just come of its own accord, but it's a day that the Lord God has made. That's one way to see your day. That's one way to see your week. That's one way to see your month. That's one way to see your spouse. That's one way to see your children. That's one way to see your friends. That's one way to see the place that you work, and be grateful for it. And be grateful for it, Look at if you didn't have them. There are people that wish they had what you have, but they don't. But you do. When we are grateful for the small things, it helps our social fitness, our ability to relate with other people, because then we treasure those relationships, and we're going to it as people as wanting to give to other people, not necessarily to drain other people, and by that we exercise and increase our social fitness. Another thing that it helps us in social fitness and our relationship is we practice self-care. You take care of yourself. You cannot love others if you don't love yourself. And others also, everybody wants something that will add to them. If you don't, will run away from you. People will be attracted to you. There's something you can add to their life. And for you to be able to add something to their life, you must have that thing to add to their life. As much as you will get from them, people will be attracted only to people they see and they think can add something to their life. So if you want people to be attracted to you, if you want relationship to be easy for you, you need to have something that people are craving for. You need to improve yourself, make yourself better. When you make yourself better, when you increase yourself physically, you take care of your physical being, you increase yourself psychologically, intellectually, right? You increase yourself spiritually, you increase yourself emotionally, then you have something to give. You have something that people will be attracted to you for. Therefore, creating relationship become easier. Maintaining relationship become easier because you are not a drag to people. You are someone that fills other people up, and therefore they are attracted to you because of the things they can get from you, but also you can get something from them also. And the other part also is to live in the present moment. Not always talking about the past. The past is gone, right? Learn from it and move forward. Don't always live in the future. It's not yet here, right? What you can make the difference in is today. Make the best. Be present in the present moment and absorb all that you need to absorb and invest all you need to invest in the present moment, because that's what's going to make a difference for the future that is yet to come. People are not attracted to people that are not present, right? Because you can't connect to someone that is not present. Someone that's always lived in the past cannot connect to people in the today. Someone that's always lived in the future cannot connect to people in the day, into today. So to be able to make up relationship, create relationships, and build, you need to be able to live in the moment that you find yourself, so you can be a blessing to other people and also be blessed by them also. Your person has to be present to receive the blessing of relationship, right? Also, another way by which we take stock of our relationship and build our social fitness is by having empathy and active listening. People, when people are not listened to, they don't feel seen, they feel invisible. And there are a lot of people like that. People are just wanting someone to recognize them, someone to listen to them, someone to hear them out, and when you have someone that can listen to people, that can feel what they feel heard, they feel seen, and they can easily open their heart for you, so it makes it easy for you to create relationship and maintain relationship, when you're someone that can feel other people's feeling, whether it's their joy, whether it's their pain, and you can listen to them, hear them out. It's not about them hearing you, but you hearing them out. They feel a sense of closeness. They feel a sense of intercourse. They feel a sense of connectedness, when they are heard, and that helps, in having relationship, with such people, so it's a crucial part of social fitness. If you have the capacity to understand and empathize with people, you're able to come to their level, you're able to come to their level and be with them in that emotional bubble that they find themselves in, then they can open themselves even more to you. And that's how you're able to create and maintain such relationship. If you, it's a place of demonstrating kindness, empathy, compassion, active listening, all of that can fortify relationship and promote effective communication. So pretty much it's being able to feel the way other people feel, and be able to listen to them, hear them out. It's not about you, always wanting to be heard, but also hearing other people. One thing that would not help you in being socially fit is always wanting to be heard, wanting to speak about my own. You have to also be able to listen to others, hear them, know where they are, and relate with them where they are. It's I believe is the second of I believe is a third habit, in Stephen Covey's 7 habits of highly effective people. It says, seek to understand before you are understood. Seek to hear people out before you are heard out, and that helps in the place of relationship. That helps in the place of building social fitness, that you are someone that hears people out and understand where they are and where they're coming from. And therefore then you can tag into that place and relate with them. And I love the book by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie, talks about how to make friends, and everybody always feels that they're right. And for you to be able to connect with people, you have to come to where they are, agree with them where they are, then help them to come to where you are. But it's not where you are and forcing them to come to you. You have to be able to come to where they are, agree with them, give them a sense of psychological safety, and help them to move to where they don't have, or what they don't have, or where you are, but you can't move them to where you are until you've come down to where they are, so that helps. So, also, you said one of the things also that helps is being able to embrace new relationship. It's not just about keeping the existing relationship that you have. You also have to be able to be open to embrace new relationship. It's probably easier to keep what you have, and more difficult to embrace new relationship and social experience. But if you're going to build your social fitness, you have to be ready to do that. Same way about like physical fitness, walking in the gym. If you're just doing the same old thing all the time, you're probably not going to build strength. You'll be able to go to the next level of your physical agility. Once you have found comfort where you are, it's probably time to step up the exercise, step up the reps, step up the weight, step up the exercise, the difficulty, so you can then build more weight, build more muscles. You can build more agility. You can have more toning of your body. And that's what new relationship does for us. It helps us to be socially fit. Whereby we become people that can break heights. In any place we find ourselves. Not just the places we've been. You go to a new city, you go to a new town, you're able to still relate with people there. You're not just someone that is only one that can relate with people from your village or your city or your town or your school, but you go to an entirely new place. You need to be able to break, even into those social setting. One of the ways you practice that, that helps you to be ready for such, is what you do in the little spheres that you find yourself, being able to make new relationship in every new place that you find yourself. Be able to relate to people that are probably completely out of your normal circle, and still be able to have the right social interaction, for the time or the intent for which you all are come together. But that comes by practice. It's not something that just is going to be. It comes by exercise. It comes by practice, right? You're going to become by practicing, by trying it out. You're going to fail sometimes, but you learn from your mistake and do better, right? But if you're always one that's always socially secluded, you won't be able to function, when you come to a new place, outside your comfort zone. You build muscles by stepping out of your comfort zone, right? And so being able to operate, when you go to a new place, you're just going to learn, but it's going to learn by practice. You're going to learn by doing it, right? And by that, you build your social fitness.